G'day, welcome back to part 2 of the AU camper build. So what we're going to be going through now is mounting the rooftop tent and the awning to the existing roof racks that we've already got on the car. Now all this I've done for under $2,500, so it could possibly be the cheapest tour rig going around. And that price includes all the dual battery systems. So we paid about $1,000 for the car and roughly $1,000 for all the dual system, and then a few other bits and pieces along the way. But let's get stuck in. I'll show you what I can. We've got the welder behind us and we've started making some cuts on the frame for the rooftop tent. So that's what we'll be doing today, and maybe some other stuff towards the end of the video. Once we've made our two 45-degree cuts and we weld them together, that gives us our 90-degree. Here we have the width, which is going to be 660, so I'm making mitered corners, so you measure 660 to the outer, which is your length, and then you do 45 back in, so then you have your outside edge exactly on 660. I've already done these ones at 1450. I've made up this frame to go on to the roof racks, and I've made a windshield out of a nice flat bit of sheet steel, and I've welded 45-degree tabs on there, so those tabs will sit like so on the end of that frame. And then we've got a bit of wind block for the rooftop tent. Hopefully that will help with fuel consumption and keep the noise down, having that as a bit of a block. And this is the windshield now on. These are the mounting points I made. I just cut these up, drilled holes in the racks once I had it all together and knew where they were going to end up. And then the tent will go onto here, and then our awning can also go onto either side. This keeps the weight down instead of having posts all the way through. This keeps the weight down a little bit. I'll probably paint it before I mount it back up to the car. The radio randomly started working today, so that's a score. Yeah, you can see the holes are drilled already in place. It's not like I'll need to move it. The next thing is getting the tent on after that. I couldn't help myself, I had to test fit it, and it looks perler if you ask me. It looks like tough as. I'm obviously gonna paint it white, but I think it looks pretty good. There you see those line up perfectly. I even accounted for the angle on the dangle with those, obviously because your roof racks don't sit perfectly straight, so I tacked them in place on the car, hence the don't do what I do. We've got the rooftop tent, awning and windshield slash wind deflector on. The frame we built earlier is fixed with these bolts to the roof racks, and then the tent is fixed to the frame. I'm gonna make an extra support to hold some weight off the back here, just to make sure it's solid when we crawl up in there. As you can see, this is the awning. Check out part 1 to see me run the secondary batteries through the cab here into the back. That's all in part 1 of the AU camper build. It's all nice and cleanly all the way through the car. And then we've got our control box here. Batteries are gonna go back there. Basically it's all set up ready for everything to be plugged in. The back will be turned into a dog cage slash storage on one side, and he'll have 2/3 of it turned into a cage. I'll take the back seat off and then get a flat bit of wood, and then that will give him more space and make it nice and flat for him to lie down on. Here he is here. Teazo, being a good boy. Come on, let's go inside. Let's go, come on.